What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to be doing my all NBA team predictions. So, normally, in a normal year, I wouldn't do them because, whatever. But there are so much good NBA players this year that it was so hard to pick. I had to leave so much players that were second or third team caliber players. I had to leave them out. So, as there were so much, I even made an honorable mention team. So, first we're going to start off with the honorable mentions, okay? Let's just start off with that. Our honorable mentions are Kyrie Irving. I wanted to put him averaging 27 points a game, but I just didn't. Next up, we have Paul George. Paul George, he's been playing so good, but no one seems to notice. Everyone still thinks of him as playoff P or pandemic P. But I wanted to put him, but I didn't. Zach LaVine, 27 points a game. His team sucks. Trae Young also was another guy I wanted to put, but in the point guard section, there were so much better point guards. Devin Booker, now this might get some of you guys mad because Devin Booker is one of the key pieces. I'm not saying he's the key piece, but he's been a second best player for the Suns this year, maybe even the best. He's been the second best player for the Suns. Or first, whatever. But I didn't put him because there's just three other shooting guards that are better. Jaylen Brown, his skill just didn't come up as much. Because I'm not going to put Devin Booker I'm not going to put Jaylen Brown if I don't put Devin Booker. Anthony Davis, the stats don't really show how good he is for the Lakers. But I still decided to leave it out. And lastly, Karl Anthony Towns. I don't think Karl Anthony Towns has played enough games to be considered an All-NBA member. Alright, so even with that, there are still more honorable mentions. So I decided just to put him in a team. Oh, also, I'm not going to put any all-defensive teams or anything because that would kind of just be that's not even fun. Nobody's going to watch that. So we have our honorable mention team, a.k.a. the fourth team. There's no honorable mention team, but you know what? I made one because it's my video. Chris Paul. I wanted to put Chris Paul. I made a video about Chris Paul a month ago, actually. One of my first videos. Yeah, you guys can go check that out. But still, the point guards I put ahead of them are way better. Then we have Donovan Mitchell, and I know I really wanted to put Donovan Mitchell, but when you see the people I put ahead of them, you're going to agree with me too. Donovan Mitchell, shooting guard is such a good position this year. So much good shooting guards this year. A lot of them lead the league in scoring. A lot of them are really high scorers. I really wanted to put Mitchell because of his team's success, but the other ones I just had to put ahead of him. Next up, we have Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler, he was actually pretty quiet at the start of the year, which is why the Heat were so bad. But he's been picking it up, proving that he is still the best player on the Miami Heat and why he's so important to the Heat team. Then we have Zion Williamson. Zion Williamson, he is in his second year, but I think people have to just accept that he's not a rookie anymore. He is an all-star caliber player. And then we have Bam Adebayo. Bam Adebayo, he's been a great defender. He's definitely probably top 5 to 7 in MVP, in Defensive Player of the Year candidates, not MVP. But yeah, I just didn't, because the main reason is I'm not saying that these players are bad. I'm just saying the other players are better. All these guys deserve to be all-stars. I know 2 of them weren't, but they all deserve to be. So, without further ado, we're going to actually get into our real NBA team, all-NBA teams. Starting off with the all-NBA third team. So, this consists of Russell Westbrook. And my 2 point guards I had ahead of them were just a clinch NBA team. It was between Chris Paul and Westbrook. But you think about it, Westbrook has broken the triple-double record this year. It's normal for him to get a triple-double now. I remember earlier in the season, Pascal Siakam got a triple-double. And everyone was like, oh, wow, Pascal Siakam got a triple-double. Wow. But now Russell Westbrook gets a triple-double. And everyone's like, okay, cool, what's new? So yeah, this last week he averaged 22 points, 18 rebounds, 17 assists. You can't even do that in 2K, literally. Then we have his teammate Bradley Beal. I was thinking of putting Donovan Mitchell ahead of him, but you can't take out the guy that leads the league in scoring for Donovan Mitchell. I'm sorry, okay? Kawhi Leonard, super underappreciated this year. The Clippers are not being talked about enough as title contenders. They have been playing amazing this year, and Kawhi Leonard has been the best player. He has just been so good for them. I'm not saying Paul George is bad, but just Kawhi Leonard's been really good, and he's been so underrated. Then we have Jason Tatum at the power forward. Celtics aren't really as good as they were expected to be, and Jason Tatum's averaging 26 points a game. But then I put 2 other power forwards ahead of them. Yeah. Then we have Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert is definitely top 2 or 3 in Defensive Player of the Year candidates, averaging 3 blocks a game. That's insane. And on a really good Jazz team. I wanted to put Bam over him, and I was even thinking about putting Towns over him. But in the end, I went with Gobert due to his better defense and better in the standings. All right, now we're moving on to our All-NBA second team. All-NBA second team. This team, you guys might not agree with this. This team even looks weird. From my screen, it looks weird. You have Damian Lillard at point guard. Damian Lillard is being extremely disrespected this year. What's the reason that they have 41 games, Portland? It's McCollum's been playing okay. McCollum's been playing good. He could have even been an honorable mention. Powell's been playing good, but it's been Damian Lillard that's been kind of not really carrying because McCollum's had his moments too. It's just Damian Lillard's been really good for them. Then you have Luka Doncic, who again, not much people are talking about him again, but he has carried Dallas to the 5th seed. He's averaging a near triple-double. Next year he'll put up Westbrook stats. And yeah, same thing with LeBron James. LeBron James is on this team. I know, there's just one small forward that's better than him. He's averaging a near triple-double as well. He has been injured a lot, though, so that's why he falls back. Then we have Julius Randle. I know a lot of you guys might not agree, but you know what? You got to actually watch New York games. Julius Randle, just a rough estimate in the stats, is 24 points, 10 rebounds, and then let's say 6 assists. He's been playing really good this year. Those might be his real stats, they might not, I don't know. But Julius Randle, you have to stop disrespecting him. The Knicks are good because of this guy. You take away RJ Barrett and they'll still be fine. If you take away Mitchell Robinson, they'll still be fine. But then you take away Julius Randle, the Knicks are done. And I guess that's with all the stars, but you just have to stop disrespecting Julius Randle. Because now we don't want to accept that young stars like Zion and Tatum, they're not as good as Julius Randle, but we got to accept that. And then we have Joel Embiid. If you guys watch my award predictions, do you know why Embiid's on the second team and not the first team? He's been playing amazing, don't get me wrong, but there's just one center, I'm sure you know who it is. I'll just say it's Jokic. Go check out my award predictions video if you guys want to see that too. But yeah, that's why this is the second team. This is a really good team. And now, the All-NBA first team. We are going to start off with the point guard, Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry, in the month of April, near 40 points a game in April. He hit 96 threes. Oh, wow. I think Steph Curry was first team lock before that. But now this just boosted him up to the MVP. Like, that's crazy. Coming out of shooting guard, we have James Harden, and I know he's a point guard. I know also Luka Doncic, but they're convertible. It's not like Donovan Mitchell. You can't move Mitchell to the point guard, but you can move these guys around. So I moved Harden to the shooting guard. James Harden, ever since on Brooklyn, he's been averaging near 12 assists, so that's pretty good. He's also been the reason why the Nets are winning. Like, it's not Durant, it's not Irving, it was Harden. They've been actually decent. They've been actually kind of disappointing. I'm not saying they've been bad. They've just been disappointing a little bit before they got Harden. They got Harden and they lost 7 games with him. 27-7 or something like that. I think he just came back. So he's been a big piece of this team. And now we have his teammate, Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, he's been 27 points a game as well. Harden's averaging the least on the big three. So Harden's averaging like 25, Durant 27, Irving 27. But Harden's been averaging 12 assists. Whatever, we're talking about Durant. Durant, you just got to put him here. There's not really a small forward that can compete with him in the NBA. A torn ACL is one of the worst injuries to get. It probably is the worst. There hasn't really been much NBA players that came back from a torn ACL. Like, we've seen Derrick Rose tear his ACL. He hasn't been the same since. And we see guys like Klay Thompson, who has been out for 2 years. And I don't know, I hope he comes back strong, but for now, whatever. Power forward, we have Giannis Antetokounmpo on the first team. Giannis, okay, I'm all for respecting Julius Randle. Julius Randle has been amazing this year, most improved player for sure. But he's not better than Giannis, okay? Julius Randle on this stacked team, that wouldn't look right. Come on now. Giannis, 28 points, something 11 rebounds. Don't get me if I'm wrong. I've checked these stats a couple days ago, so things could have changed. Whatever. And center, we have Nikola Jokic, the MVP in my opinion. But you can go check out my award predictions video for other awards. Nikola Jokic, he's been like 26 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists. This guy has been amazing this year. And Jamal Murray's been out, and everyone thought, okay, yeah, the Nuggets, their season's over. And having to go up against most likely the Mavericks with Luka Doncic, it's going to be tough. Or even the Lakers if the Lakers start winning, or Portland. Everyone thought that their season was done. But Nikola Jokic, and Michael Porter Jr., don't get me wrong, but Nikola Jokic has been their star. They've been what? I don't know their exact record since Jamal Murray's injury, but I know it's been pretty good. So, that is going to wrap up my video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment, and before you guys go hate, come on. This took me so long to make. All the honorable mentions. There was always one point where I had them in there, and I'm like, let's take them out. So, if you guys want to go hate, just come up with your All-NBA teams first. See how hard it is, and then you can hate on my video. But for real, that's going to wrap up my video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you.